So,
Okay, hello everybody.
hello, it's your local Jinxed
Hey.
Badger, and I'm with Mr. Badger from another
Uh,
fellow YouTuber,
Hello.
and a few other people from TeamSpeak. And today we're going to be discussing feminism, starting with
Yay.
catcalls the woman in the wheelchair.
Why, it's absolute
Which
cancer.
is a horrible thing, and you should be ashamed of yourself for doing that.
I'm just gonna keep.
Shame
I'm just
on
gonna
you.
keep doing. I'm just gonna keep doing a Thunderfoot accent. And this is why feminism is cancer.
So,
That's actually dead accurate. Jesus
Oh
Christ.
really? Oh, fantastic! Thank you.
recently, I got sent a article which is "Nobody Catcalls the Woman in the Wheelchair" from a friend of mine, and I sent it to these guys, and they have some very strong opinions on it, don't you? So,
Yes, yes. And sorry, I'll be sure to include this video on my channel. To which I will actually link the URL into the video description at the bottom.
awesomes. Um,
Fantastic.
so, within feminist spaces, it's assumed that hashtag yes, all women experience street harassment. The ways in which that harassment manifests, the age it starts, its intensity and form, the consequences of speaking out may vary depending on one's intersecting identities. For all
Hold,
women, what?
hold.
Holding.
If anybody speaks out against catcalling, usually it's because A, they weren't really catcalled, and B, it's like something so G-rated that people just think that they're insane, or most people will just agree with them anyway, because that's a general kind of consensus with, like, that's a kind of general thing with today, that people just agree with feminists these days,
Well,
and just their stupidity.
Sadly.
I don't know
So,
about you guys, but have you ever catcalled a woman in your life?
no.
I have not.
I've never been catcalled.
I like one of my best friends who was a woman over the road. I said like, "Hello, sweetie, you who," and that was just she finds that funny, and she was just like, "Oh God, you." She came up to me after and just went, "You embarrassed me." I'm like, She's like, "No, it's okay." So only did I once like in quotation marks catcall to a woman, which was my best friend, in the middle of the city.
Right then.
Yeah,
Well.
carry on, Jinx.
But all women, we are told, know the fear, embarrassment, and or anger that comes with unwanted sexual attention. Okay, I'm gonna hold here because, as you guys know, I was recently at Game Jam, like last weekend, and I got called cute a few times and stuff like that. I don't find that unwanted sexual attention. I find that a compliment, and I'm willing to accept it.
Yeah,
Hooah!
I
think
also
this
got
whole
called
Round of
crazy.
applause for this woman.
I
think
got
this
called
whole, like-
crazy quite a few times as well. Mostly for taking the
Not
piss
sure.
and doing a happy dance in the middle of the classroom, but who cares?
Sorry, who said my name?
I just think that this whole
Go ahead, Joe.
like post is just saying, "Oh, this person catcalled me. I felt I was sexually like harassed." I just think that people are just taking compliments to it like far like out of context.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this weekend at Game Jam, I had a few guys that were like, "Oh, you're pretty cute and stuff," and I've seen you before, and I thought you were cute, you know, stuff like that.
Complimentary.
And I was like, "Oh, thank you," and I also said, "Oh, thank you," when they called me crazy for doing a happy dance in the middle of the classroom to Under the Sea. Okay.
What about
I-
if you took drugs or not?
Some
No.
some MDMA.
It was
Thing
Sunday
is, Matt-
morning. We'd all been up for 48 hours, okay, by this
Get some
point.
sniff. So sorry, somebody said my name in here. I'm pretty sure it's either Dixon or Troll Karen.
I, if I did, I can't remember. I have like really bad memory.
Okay, no worries there, Dory. But I'm joking. Basically, was it? I found that the same people, like, I know this is a very rare kind of thing. The same people who shout out when they're like, "Hey, sexy lady," are exactly the same people who are going to then shout a retard at like some other guy walking down the street. It's just those kind of
Wow,
people.
that's just wrong.
Yeah, I know. I've been called that. I've been shouted that over the street because I walk probably a little bit different. Maybe because of my Asperger's. I walk. It's either I walk with my head high or I walk it just looking at the ground, basically for me. But
Yeah,
like
I
walk.
do the exact same thing with my Asperger's. Like, I always have to be staring at my feet when I'm walking. I have
because
no
I
idea
don't
why.
like looking at people. I don't like looking at people, and I look at the like people look at me like my face, and I just like look at their like just their carcass, and they're
Oh,
just like
I hate eye
they're-
contact. It's eye contact
hate
that does
them.
me.
Okay, sorry, -2, go.
This is a blah. This is a useful assumption, but it's a harmful one too. I am a 26-year-old woman who has never been street harassed. I've never been catcalled on my... Okay?
Been complimented, I think. On the streets.
Maybe because that's just the reality of it. Maybe...
I wouldn't just go randomly compliment some, like, disabled person out of the blue. Like, I try my best to ignore them, to be honest.
People just probably thinking, you want to fuck a cripple? Oh my god!
Well,
Oh
I
my
have
God,
to say, to be fair, right, after being in a wheelchair for as long as I was, I actually appreciate it when people don't, like, stare or anything, because, you know, people used to stare at me a lot, and it used to, like, really get to me, and then I started learning how to ignore it, but for the first, like, I don't know, it was the first couple of months, I was just like, why is everyone staring at me? Is there something wrong with my hair?
Yeah, people stare at me and I always like search through my beard just if there's any kind of something within my beard. That's it. Yeah,
I used to think
like,
that like I'd have something on my teeth or something.
yeah, like I'm so like I don't because I've got pretty long lips as well. Like my teeth don't really show. I don't bare my teeth much.
Well, it didn't. It took a while for me to kind of actually realize that they were staring at the wheelchair, because when people are in wheelchairs, I don't normally. I'll just like glance, because I glance at everyone that goes past me, and just kind of carry on, you know. And yeah, it was just like, okay, it's a wheelchair. Okay. My invisible force field is here. Anyway.
Piece of metal.
Well, the way I look at it is like they were probably looking at me and thinking, why is such a young girl in a wheelchair? You know? Nothing wrong with wondering something like that.
Probably because she stepped out of the kitchen.
Probably. Want me to continue?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
I've never been catcalled on my way to school, honked at in a parking lot, leered at on a train, groped in a Starbucks line. Wait, what?
Wait,
I forgot that line. I forgot about that.
Wait.
Whoa.
1 second. They are putting groping in the same category as catcalling.
And leered and honked, you know.
Maybe these haven't happened to her because it's not actually that common.
Have women ever actually wondered that when they're being honked at in the parking lot, right? It might not be because they're hot or they're cute or someone's like trying to catcall them through their car, but they're in the way
Basically
of the car.
them, yeah, fuck off. I don't think you're attractive.
Yeah.
Just get the fuck out my way.
Can you imagine that? It's just like somebody gets into the car park and goes, "Get out of my way!" and like honks them and they go, "It's street harassment."
Patriarch, yeah.
Patriarch appeal.
Damn men.
No,
Fucking Henry Ford.
it is a very valid point though. Have they ever thought of that? Or are they crazier than I am?
No,
I think
you're
that
not
they're
crazy.
much-
You are really sane.
Compared to these guys,
I'm-
you're like. So compared to these guys, you're like that guy from the diabetes advert. You're very, very calm and mellow, and just
Dude, I am the
Yeah.
local Jinx fairy, okay? I can't be sane. Not allowed to
Okay,
be.
she's fairykin. Guys,
Yeah, totally
guys, watch out.
fairykin.
Guys. Okay, go ahead.
Or otherwise sexually harassed in public. I'm not afraid when I leave the house that I'll have to fend off aggressive, demanding men. I don't
Trying to give
mentally
me
chart
compliments.
routes home. Huh?
It's just like trying to fend off aggressive and demanding men that just want to be polite and say something kind to you, trying to brighten up your day, not try and grope you in the middle of the streets.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I mean, unless you're walking around Chicago in like hot pants and a very skimpy T-shirt and
Oh,
Well, yeah,
I don't have
yeah,
deep
I
breasts,
mean,
you really should not be expecting things like this.
yeah.
yeah.
Especially when you're in a wheelchair of all things.
Well, that's what she's saying. She never has to she's never afraid of it because it doesn't happen to her because she's in a wheelchair, and that's the only difference between her and every other woman.
Thank you for noticing that.
It's
Please continue.
I don't mentally chart various routes home, looking for the one where I'm least likely to be accosted. I don't
what,
know
like a dark alleyway? Just goes down the dark
Yes.
alleyway. Hey, here I am. Just gets yanked out of the wheelchair. Just brought into a crack house. No, you don't want that. You do not want. Just be happy, okay, with the reality of being a fucking human being.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure she's
if you
had
wish
dates.
to be if you wish to be pampered, and over complimented, just go for one of those feminist white knight mangina people.
Yeah. Ain't much
Yeah.
more that can be said on that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, the thing is, like, from what I can gather from this woman, right, she's complaining about not having enough attention. Whilst I would say, you know, I don't know, I've had plenty of attention when I was in the wheelchair, when I wasn't. You know, plenty of people have found me cute, and they've come up to me and said that I'm cute. You know, and I'll always accept the compliment because it makes me feel better about myself, my
Yeah.
predicament.
Oh, another thing that we have to consider is we do not know this woman. All we know is that she's 26 years old and is in a wheelchair. We don't know if maybe she is ugly. Sorry, but that's how I'm going to have to say it. Maybe she is
Wow.
overweight.
Come on, dude.
But maybe it's another one of those factors. It could be any one of those factors. It could be all of them combined that also leads to this let's call it a lack of catcalling.
It could be a bunch
Street
of
harassment,
things.
whatever.
And she's
Exactly, not just a disabled body.
it could be her personality. Like, I don't know, I just seem to have a personality that attracts people and, you know, makes them seem to want to be friends with me. And I've had plenty of ex-boyfriends and ex-girlfriends. You know, I don't have a problem with people.
Jealous.
The thing is with that, don't think you can just like with this catcalling, it happened on the street. I don't think there was enough time for the catcaller to like properly experience their personality. So I can't say it was personality, and I think it's aimed more towards like looks or something.
I don't know, because I found that when you're in a wheelchair, it's like you can create this force field. I don't know what it is. If you don't want to talk to people, people will not talk to you. They'll just like completely avoid you. But if you do want to
That's
talk to
basically it.
people, like, people will talk to you and stuff. It's weird. It can be, I don't know if it's body language or what, but you know.
I don't understand. I don't understand it either. I think it's a bit of more of an Aussie thing. Like, for example, if I'm standing in line and one guy will look in my direction, I'll just be like, "Fucking hell! When will they hurry up with our food or something?" And he'd be like, "I know," and I'll just be like, "Hey, how you going?" or something. But yeah,
See,
I
like,
don't know.
there was a time where I didn't want anyone to talk to me. I was not in a good mood, and like, people just left me alone. But you know, people will stop me in the street, complete strangers, and start talking to me. And then, yeah, I mean, I talk to my mum complains about it like crazy because we'll go shopping or something or do something girly, and I'll always be the person she'll like leave for 5 minutes and come back and I'll be talking to some random person. So
Anyways, carry on.
okay. I don't know the fear,
Yeah.
embarrassment, and or anger that comes with unwanted sexual attention. A not insignificant part of me wishes I did, though. I'm not just exceptionally lucky or exaggerating or somehow oblivious. A visibly, physically disabled woman. And my wheelchair acts as a strange sort of force field. Back to what I was saying, it does feel like that sometimes, okay? It does. It feels like it's a magic force field.
It is.
But you can attract people at the same time, you know?
I mentioned that I was actually in a wheelchair because of a car accident, but...
Forgive me for asking, but this article is about you, right?
No. I'm just saying, like, it is like a force field, but at the same time, if you want to attract people into your life and want people to talk to you, it's very easy to do it, you know? Wheelchair or without a wheelchair. You can, like, I don't know if it's your body language or what, but people can just seem to pick up on when you don't want to talk to someone. I think this woman needs to reevaluate her life.
That.
Want me to continue?
Yeah, great.
Go ahead.
Yes.
People register disabled before they register woman. And the former always... Go on.
Sorry. Okay. So there's a guy, and he's in a shop. He's buying chicken. He's got a green shirt and brown pants, and he's 7'4". He's fucking 7'4". That's what you notice about him. If you're in a wheelchair, because you're not everybody's in a wheelchair, you're unique. People see you differently. That's obviously just the human condition here. Picking out norms and abnorms. So, it's just being woman isn't abnormal, or like, well, being woman isn't different. But being in a wheelchair is a little bit different to everybody in the crowd. So obviously people would pick up on you. They'll see you being disabled in the first place.
Well,
My
yeah.
God.
I mean, like, quite often when I'm on the bus and people see me on crutches, they're like, what have you done? Have you been playing football or something? And I'll be like, no, I was, like, in a car accident, you know?
Yeah.
They're going to notice it because it's abnormal. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but it is.
It is. That's just a harsh reality.
But
As
why
I am
this
as
woman,
a human being.
This woman quite seriously, like, sees this as a negative. And she really needs to stop because she can so turn
Yeah.
it into a positive, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Because like I like those people who actually like do something positive about them. Because there's this one guy who works out on YouTube and he's got cerebral palsy, right?
Right.
And he's just like, well, people said that like, how about you go on a treadmill? It's like, I don't know this, but I'm in an apartment and I've got a treadmill, so we're gonna do this. And he has cerebral palsy and he did it. Like, what a fucking legend.
Exactly. He turned it into a strength.
Exactly.
I mean, in its own
Yeah,
way,
exactly.
it makes anyone who's disabled, it makes them stand out against the crowd, you know?
Exactly. Use it as a way to fight liberals as well.
Well, you see all these people like you see all these people on the internet and stuff, and you see people in real life as well, like these kids wearing wolf tails and stuff like that and claiming to be other kid because they want to stand out. And this woman has something that makes her stand out, and she's complaining about it.
Exactly. Just use it to your advantage, yo. Anyways, carry on, Jinx.
And the former always overrides the latter. Because in our ableist society, a disabled body
Okay, ableist society. You do know that most people aren't really inclined to berate somebody for their disability. Most of society have come to accept, for quite a while now, come to accept that, a disability is something that they can't help, maybe. And that, people should be either indifferent or helping. And humanity, it can be a bit 50-50, but we're definitely not an ableist society.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Everybody
gonna
can
have
agree.
to.
So what was that,
Yeah.
Tro?
Oh, it's because the way she makes it sound is like there's only the ableist and everyone else just gets cast aside and ignored by the rest of society.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And guess who's a part of society? You as the
Disabled
writer.
people.
Fuck. You as people are, each and every one of us in an individual basis is a part of society, and we have free will. It's not like all this robotic fucking like kill fucking disabled people, because if it was ingrained into society, some piece of legislation would be made out to it.
Well, to be fair, I would say that there are individuals out there that are quite obviously ableist, like the woman that
Oh yeah,
friggin'
definitely.
teacher at school that banned me for 3 years just for
Oh
being
yeah,
in a
definitely,
wheelchair.
definitely.
What?
Yeah, but that was one person to the
But
many.
then I've had there was one time where I was trying to get over this bridge and it was like really fucking steep and I'm like really trying to power it and I'm really struggling and this guy just comes up behind me and pushes me up the hill.
Oh.
And I was just like, thank you, that was something nice. There are individuals
Yeah.
out there that are ableist, quite obviously. There's going
Yeah,
to
exactly.
be. But there are
But
also really nice people, and
exactly.
Aren't utter cunts.
Well, there's not going to be like there's no Auschwitz for like fucking disabled people now, is there?
no.
Mm.
So, would you like me
Otherwise,
to
I'll be
continue?
otherwise I'll be making the
Yeah,
joke
go
of
ahead.
how to. Otherwise, I'll be making the joke on how to pick up a glass brush. But anyway,
So, should I continue with this?
yes, please.
Okay, where was I? Because in our ableist society, a disabled body is necessarily a desexualized one.
God.
We are grotesque or tragic, freaks or angels, to be either feared or pitied, depending on how the abled gaze lands that day.
Jesus Christ.
No matter what, though, we are not desirable. I don't know, there are like specific pornographies out there that are disabled. They make a lot of fucking money.
I tried watching one. I was like, no,
Well, you're not going to enjoy
thank you.
That
two
looks
hairs
like it
hit each
hurts.
other.
I've heard like
Like,
someone actually turned around to me and said, have I ever considered going into the porn industry? Because apparently it pays a lot of money. I was like,
Yeah, do it.
no.
You give your body up.
I wanted to. I started something off. I was in video once, but it's good money.
we will find that now.
Yeah, we're gonna
No,
find
no, no.
that.
It's off the internet. It's off the internet because
Damn
we
it.
weren't. Because basically, you porno videos and get money for it.
Why?
It's illegal. I don't know why. It's just piece of legislation that's just cucked me.
When did
But-
you move to Australia?
I moved there when I was 14, but I started this thing when I was 18, so I was in Australia, yeah. Thank you very much for doxing me.
Sorry.
Bleep that out.
No.
Oh.
Not happening. That is
Now
going
people are
in.
just going to be like, Badgers from Australia! I'm going to be like, oh, cock.
Yeah, and
They will
Australia is
find
like
you.
a really huge place, okay? They ain't gonna find you.
Okay.
And if
And
they
plus,
do,
it's
they'll
pretty
probably just send
obvious
like
where
little
I'm
packets.
from by my accent.
Yeah, I'm actually in the desert, on Ayers Rock. I'm actually getting the best reception signal here from satellite internet, and I've got like 2 kilobytes per second and talking on TeamSpeak. Do you hear that? That's weird.
I was trying to drink then. Oh my god, I'm all in like 20 seconds.
Hey, Badger.
Yeah.
If they ever do find out your address, they'll probably just send like little packets with used condoms in them. Nothing to worry about.
on. Thing ever. Yeah, sure.
Even into my early 20s, the fact that I was never street harassed seemed like one more piece of evidence to shore up the belief that I was sexually speech. What is speech? Objectionable.
Speech is something that this person won't be capable of soon. But oh well.
Objectionable. There we go. I got it out there. Some treacherous and insistent part of me believed that I could obviously never attract any decent man. So enticing the most debased ones was the best I could hope for. If I couldn't even do that, then maybe my body really was wholly worthless.
What?
Then-
Worthless.
Yeah.
What an emo.
Well, she's saying that if she can't get a man at all, then she's worthless.
Well,
Wow.
the reason why she can't get a man is because she's a pretentious douche. I mean, look at the way that she's made this bloody article. It's obvious that that she's not being able to get a man with that attitude. Men don't like those kind of women. Well, generally speaking.
So, do you have any tips for the women out there that may be looking to be attractive to men?
Don't do this. Don't accept feminism. Don't do any of that. It's like saying I wish to get implants on my forehead that spell wanker. you're not gonna you're not gonna do that to attract somebody. What you're gonna do to attract somebody is basically be apathetic about a lot of things. Be interested in the person that you're talking to. And look nice. Basically, that's all women have to do, and then men have to do a whole bloody string of things. A lot of things out too. So that's obvious. That's very obvious. You know, you need to be a lot of things.
To be fair, I thought joining feminism, right, would mean that you would specifically target video games, so that instead of shooting people with guns, you throw daisies at them.
Oh god.
No,
So,
but
like,
daisies
throw
are
daisies?
effeminate. But daisies
You wanna
are
talk about
Well, that's just
sexualizing
lovely.
women.
You know, daisies do the most amount of damage. They do more damage than any gun.
How so?
Daisy.
Well, have you ever seen me throw a daisy?
Just
You
watch
know-
her actually throw a person named Daisy at you.
They blow up, didn't you know? I mean, that's
But they
totally how
don't.
science works.
Wait. What did you do to these poor flowers to make them explode? Did you like just dunk them
my
in
God.
nitroglycerin?
I used magic fairy dust.
Just
Oh my
sprinkle a
God.
little bit of
I used
tree nitrotyrol there.
What I did was I got some Jinxed dust, you know, my Jinxed fairy dust, and I just sprinkled it on and I just started throwing it at people.
Wait.
Can I just ask you a question?
What?
Have you taken any drugs in the past hour?
No.
Maybe the poems were the drugs for her.
Just reading that article gave her autism.
Well, now that you mention it, I am
What do you know
autistic.
about autism?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Well, what's that dust that you can send to people in packages, and if they inhale it, it's like deadly as fuck.
That wouldn't be
Methane?
Jinxed pixie dust.
Is
That
it?
would be Death's pixie dust.
Man tears. Anteaters.
Oh, mantis,
No.
yeah, mantis
No.
would work, but you need it in
Hey,
dust form.
Jinx.
Yeah?
Like, by fairy dust, you actually mean asbestos.
Totally.
Yeah, but that'll take a while to get. That's no fun.
Yeah.
Damn it, what's it called?
I swear though, that is
Yeah,
what
it's like
Anita
amoeba or
Sarkeesian's.
something.
I swear though, that is
remember.
No,
what
no,
Anita
it's-
Sarkeesian's trying to
Princess
do.
Daisy, you mean?
She's trying to turn games so that instead of shooting people, you throw daisies at them.
But
I
only
swear that's
if
what she's
you're a
trying to do.
female. If you're a man, you can't do anything. You just stand there, beaten to death by daisies. by
No,
woman.
you have to accept a beating from a woman.
Of course.
Exactly.
I mean,
You
God.
cannot defend yourself because that would be sexism.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That's how the world works.
Should I continue?
World. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, or do you want to finish what you were saying, Badger?
Oh, World 101 with Troll Clan. Anyways, continue.
I envied my friends so that as they talked about how much it hurt to be reduced to nothing but a sex object. I hated that it hurt them, and I mostly understood why it did.
Let's stop. Sorry. Everybody's a sexual object by definition, by design, by creation. Okay, we were brought here onto this planet by sexual intervention. Okay, and we are all, like, a human is an object, so we are all sexual objects. But
And a
reduced to
driving
nothing better,
force is sex.
reduced to nothing but a sexual object. It's like as if, like, you know, you're fucking Carl XY or something. You're trying to imitate that, as if, you know, like you're born from a wombeless mother or something. It's fucking stupid.
Completely agree with you there. Anyway, Jinx,
Sorry,
continue.
continue. I hate.
I'm going to
Go
do the
ahead.
next part really emo voice.
Okay.
I even knew that street harassment frequently escalated. The women who rejected the attention were sometimes physically hurt or even killed.
The fact that
No.
you, the fact that
No,
you reject
wait,
a
wait, 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 wait.
Okay,
compliment,
this is sad now. Wow, this is going way too far.
going to reject a compliment, get shanked in an alleyway.
Yeah, because it totally works that way.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because if you don't like
like-
my compliment, you're getting a stab.
Yeah, no. It's like some guy drives back and just goes like, "Hey, I like your shirt," and she goes, "Man, I don't like this," and then yeah, somebody totally is gonna come around and like from the back and like cover her mouth while simultaneously stabbing in the back and just drag her into an alleyway. No, that's not gonna happen.
No, what they're going to do is they're going to throw explosive daisies at them. That's it.
Yes.
It's just
Yeah.
it.
Can you imagine that? It's just like somebody gets a gun and it's just like, no, that's too violent. Here, throw this flower. No, it's not going to work. It's not like somebody's going to rob a shop with a fucking daisy. Go the fucking
Trust
ground.
me.
Go the fucking ground.
No, what it would
Look,
be,
All the
right,
money in the safe now.
what it would be is that someone would come up to you and go, "Hey, sexy," and you'd go, "I reject your compliment." So the person just goes,
Just pulls
"Fine
out a
then,
gun and
have a
shoots you.
daisy," throws it at you, and you blow up. Just done.
In the mind of a feminist.
Okay, want me
Oh,
to
man.
continue?
Yeah, just Lena Dunham will be proud. Anyways, let's go.
But as much as I hated my jealousy, I longed for one stray whistle to be aimed in my direction. Just once.
Hold it up. He wanted a whistle in her direction, yet she's bitching about this compliment.
Yep,
Fucking logic.
there
No,
is none.
it's just like it's just like
What's
I don't want
illogic?
to be so says like all of this like terrible stuff about like I'm not getting this. It's like okay then, are you saying that you don't like shit but yet you want like a plate full of just shit?
I like
is
to be
that...
stabbed.
Yeah, I don't like knives, but I want to be stabbed. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. It's almost like getting blown up by daisies. It makes that much sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop the daisy joke now for like the entire
Yeah.
day.
It makes as much sense as a baby with a mohawk.
Maybe we should call you Princess Daisy or something?
No, I just
Oh,
I don't
no,
know
no,
why
no,
I
no,
keep
no, no, no.
imagining it in my head, people throwing daisies and them blowing up.
I'm
A
gonna,
really weird
ISIS with
imagination.
Muslim. I'm just thinking about ISIS with dandelions just running around.
Just
And
imagine you're like
then-
at a public place, someone just pulls out a vest of daisies. I'm gonna kill you all. I want. Shit, that
I
actually
like marbles! I like marbles! But no, basically, you know, feminists gripe on about this whole sexual objectification, which I don't agree with those two words. Okay, that's just stupid. But you know, in the feminist definition, this isn't even going to work because you do see how many people gripe on about, you know, like what I like, and then there's like some guy with like, you know, six packs and abs and tattoos and a beard and those like just those lumberjack dudes. And it says like what likes me, it's some creepy Indian dude just kind of staring at the camera.
The thing is now, feminism isn't about like equal rights for both men and women. It's
Never
now
has.
more about. It never has been, to be honest. It's all about empowering women.
Well,
Men
no.
are inferior.
Originally, feminism was a really good thing. I mean, like first wave feminism, they fought for us to like be
First
equal
and
to
second
men.
wave feminism.
It's now
Well,
third wave
that could
feminism
be.
is pretty much destroying everything that was accomplished. I mean,
Well, look,
Yeah.
we are equal now, and they're just
I'm
destroying.
okay, so basically, you know, with the first wave feminism, with the suffragettes, you'd find that, you know, the whole women being able to vote, you'd actually find out that 3% of the population were able to vote, and yet half the population were men, half the population were women, and the rest of the men were out to war. Now that's it's landowners that were able to vote, and you can actually see that there's actually, well, uh, there was basically evidence of women being able to vote in the 1880s. You could see that there was evidence that you could see women voting in the 1600s even. So basically that equal, and then they gave white feathers to guys that weren't able to go to war or slash didn't want to or couldn't, and to basically effectively name them as cows. I think that's pretty disgusting.
Yeah, but there are things that they have. Feminism
Well,
has
one,
done. You know,
well,
like
one thing,
in the
one
Second
thing
World
such
War.
as
After the Second World War, you know, women were expected to go back from being at work to being wives and mothers, and
yeah.
that wasn't right. You know, we'd just been
Well,
working. Women had just been working throughout the entire war to create bullets and stuff like that for the men at war.
yeah.
You know, we
Yeah,
should have been
because
allowed to stay at work.
that was, well, that was the call, and you know, they couldn't really sit back and do nothing. They actually had to work for themselves and the rest of the family, because the men who were working were out to work, and then the women who weren't able to go to war were working as well. I mean, it was really a call to arms for everybody, and everybody was expected to, you
But
know, kind
then
of
what
rebuild
I'm
their lives
saying
again.
is, at the end of
Yeah.
the war, women were expected to go
Yeah.
back to being good wives and mothers. You know,
Yes.
so there have been a few good points
It's kind
that
of
it's
kind of the
made.
same argument. It's kind of the same argument as today, like how feminists are trying to still break, you know, women out of this, you know, saying like, oh, you shouldn't even want to be like a housewife. How about you go get a career or something? And that's the same thing as feminism is doing today. So nothing
It's
has
not
really
quite.
changed
It
from then.
was giving a chance for women to work rather than
Oh, they already
you.
had. They always had the chance. It's just that there was a bit of a kind of social thing that lasted for, I think it was only like a couple of years, and then by increase about everybody. It wasn't just feminism. It was a lot of groups that are actually kind of pertaining against that.
Yeah,
And
I
then
know. I'm
and
just
then
saying that
everybody's
it
just like
has
on their own
done a
agenda.
few
Yeah.
good things, but now
Okay.
it's just
Okay. I'll take
cancer.
that.
It's just
Okay.
cancer
I'll take
now.
that. I'll take that. It's done two things good. Okay. That first thing is like a meh.
Yeah, I
Another one
haven't
is like
actually.
the pays and everything. Like, you know, now women have been receiving pay since kind of that time, like back in the 60s. So there we go.
The thing that gets me is that like you hear about like all these women protesting and stuff about like
Mm,
all these supposed issues, like the slut walk and stuff like
yeah.
that. Where the fuck were all these motherfuckers when I was banned from school for 3 years?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's more of a disability thing. So they say, oh, it doesn't pertain to our,
But they
you
say
know, our.
third wave feminism is equal rights for all.
They say, but it doesn't mean that, because feminism has a specific set of doctrines, and it's also feminism. It's
Exactly why I like the term
it's more.
egalitarianism.
exactly. I like the word egalitarianism, but I'm an individualist. I'm not an egalitarian. I'm not a feminist. I'm an individualist. So basically, the problem with egalitarianism is because then it says social. It says economic equality, which is the same as communism and socialism, and then you dip into absolute economic equality, which is pretty bad. So I tend to step away from even the egalitarian label, and I just see individuals. I judge people individually. That's all.
I just believe in equal rights for everyone, and if I see anyone who, you know, like, when I lived in the homeless shelter, there was a male victim of domestic abuse living there with his daughter. His daughter was 2 years old.
Yeah.
He had been a victim of domestic abuse and had been placed in a homeless shelter.
Yeah.
You know, that is, I don't think that's right. I will fight.
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing I would fight against.
Yeah, definitely. In terms of rights, I'm all for that, equal rights. But when you're talking egalitarianism, it's also talking about economic, and that's just one little thing where I just go, no.
Yeah.
Okay,
economics
economics such as, like equal opportunity in the workplace, but not equal outcome, which is parity, which egalitarianism is actually a very big, a fond lover of parity, which I don't like parity, I don't like quotas.
Anyway, am I getting back to this?
Sorry with me here, I'm not coming off as pretentious.
Oh no, you're coming off like.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
I agree.
Thank you. Let's
Go
go.
better, welcome.
Okay.
Thanks.
Just once, I wanted a man to leer at me across a room, obviously imagining all the things he could do to my body. I
God.
fantasized about men following me.
So,
Was a
go on, Dixon. Say what you want to say.
No, why are we talking about sex all the time when we were talking about feminism? Like, what?
Because I think that there's two types of feminism. There is one that is sex crazy feminism, which is also kind of set like objectively it's sex crazy, but then in reality it's sex negative because then guys are just like no, and then there's a complete abstinent kind of feminism. So
Yeah,
I
sorry
guess
for
that's
laughing about
sex.
that. Sorry about
No,
laughing
no.
about that.
No, dude, don't be sorry, but it's average feminist speak. I'm not surprised.
Want me to continue? Because it looks
Yeah,
like this
go ahead.
paragraph
Yeah, go
gets even worse.
Yeah.
I fantasized about men following me across campus, calling, "Hey, sexy, why don't you come over here for a minute, baby?"
This is
Okay,
just cringy.
okay, I'm gonna redo that. "Hey, sexy,
God.
why don't you come over here for a minute, baby?"
Douchebaggy.
Hey,
Elsie?
Oi, sexy, get over there.
Oi, sexy, get over
Do it proper British chav. "Hey, cunt,
Yeah,
get your ass over here."
Oi, love, get your ass over here, sexy.
God.
You know, bitch, you should get your ass right over here.
Jesus Christ.
Or like,
Why is my experience so invisible to the feminist community? Any answers to this question?
Sorry, what's the question again? I do apologise.
Why is my experience so invisible to the feminist community?
Probably because you're not a proper
it's,
feminist.
It's not invisible to the feminist community. The feminist community will lamp this up like nothing else, as you've so fucking done. This article is is holding up your doctrines. It's holding up your beliefs in fucking feminism. It's like a fucking religion.
And it's giving her more of a reason to believe, oh, this is why I can't get a boyfriend. It's because it's nothing to do with my personality, it's my wheelchair. I'm not a total bitch or anything, and I don't scare people off. It's just the wheelchair.
That's in her mind.
Yeah.
It's like some guy. All right, he just looks like a normal guy, but he's a bit of a prick. And he says like, no, it's not my personality. It's actually my body. And everybody's just like, no, you're fine actually. And he's just like, no, women don't like me. Also, women are rapists.
Oh God.
It's like, oh my fucking god, man! You need to sort your shit out and get a slap. Just pertain a slap to the face, and then just get on with your life, man. Fucking that's what. Like honestly, I'd pay Jinx to slap this woman around the face just to kind of get off her high horse. A high
No,
horse
I would
being
just use the explosive daisies. Just watch her
yes,
dance in the
yes.
wheelchair.
Throw it to get her off a high horse. A high horse being this holy wheelchair of just imminent doom or something. It's just stupid.
Want me to continue?
Oh yes,
Of
please.
course.
When I retreated to online feminist spaces, supposedly safe spaces, looking for community, what I found was endless discussions of a speech. I have none. Speech does not want to work. A bit. I can't say the word now. Ubiquity. I give up. It's a word. It exists in the...
Wait, whereabouts is this? What was it say? Safe spaces. Hang on, I'm just going to find this where we're up to.
like language.
Okay,
it's failing me.
Supposedly, okay. When I retreated to online feminist spaces, supposedly
That's
safe
already the
spaces.
first mistake.
Yeah, that's already the first mistake when you retreated to online feminist spaces. Supposedly
She
safe
probably
spaces. Looking for community, what I found was endless discussions of the ubiquity of street harassment.
Thank you.
It was
there.
a universal consequence of feminist. Okay, sorry.
It was only that one word. My brain is not working.
Okay, carry on from
I'm
here.
still thinking about explosive daisies. What can I say?
Oh, good.
Here was a universal consequence of sexism, misogyny, and rape culture. Here was something
Okay,
all
so-
women could understand and rally against.
Hold it.
Okay. Maybe she went to a feminist space. Hear me out here. Maybe she went to a feminist space and found that there was actual rape culture. Because feminists actually create the rape culture. That's what they do. Believe it
This
or
has
not,
just gone.
no, that's what they do. They blow out statistics out of water. They basically blame men for hideous sexual kind of, and they effectively make everybody. They create this what do you call it when everyone's like going crazy, like a hysteria, rape hysteria. That feminism has created a kind of mini rape culture within its own kind of design.
Well, because of
In a
what?
very weird way.
Because of what? I've discussed this with you before, actually, Badger, haven't I? Because
Think so.
of feminists and all these fake articles and stuff going in the news of, oh, this person was raped and it turns out that they'd lied about it. Real victims are now starting to struggle in actually being listened to. Not really so much by the police as such, but by our culture, our society, because people are now so used to seeing it in newspapers.
How I see it, if anything is mentioned about rape, people just kind of go, "Whoa, shit!" When it's with a woman, people go, "Oh shit!" Like what happened? What's
They
this?
do.
What's that?
It's worse with men. It's a lot worse with men.
Sorry.
Men just don't get believed at all. Whilst women, there's some chance. But
oh yeah, definitely. There's some chance. I can believe you there. But for those particular things where it's like, where something's actually happened and they're pretty bad at communicating such a thing, then they're not believed because it's much like what these horrible people have made a false accusation towards these other people because there's been much of that, and these people have ruined it because of almighty feminism. That's when people have decided to not believe them as much, but that is a very small percentage, but that's because of what feminist design has created. it's all in conjunction to what they've created. So basically, effectively, feminists are digging their own graves here.
Yeah, they are. I
They
mean,
are.
like, there's. It's ridiculous because if it carries on at the rate it is, then we're going to end up with a serious issue of, well, people aren't going to believe at all. I mean, yeah, you still have this
exactly.
whole. Because of the concept of women being weak. Because, I'm sorry, this is biological fact, okay? Women are weaker than men.
Yeah.
The majority, anyway.
Yeah.
That is just fact. So you still have that working behind a woman's accusation. But how long is that going to work behind us before, you know, we've seen it that often in, like, the newspaper or in the news, like with Mattress Girl and, like, that friggin' whole article thing of rape on college campuses and stuff. How long is it going to last before
This
then
is...
we don't have that narrative behind us and, you know, real victims are going to the police and going and talking to trying to, you know, say they've been raped and they're not being believed because of all this stuff in the media. That's what gets me.
Exactly. That's what gets me as well. But basically, what you'd see in these liberal campuses, like, same with what Milo Yiannopoulos said, what you see in these liberal campuses is that they're saying that this is like, that liberal campuses are a hotbed for, you know, sexism, rape, misogyny, everything like that. But when in reality, it's like, why are they there? If this statistic was, you know, women are like you've got a 25% of chance of being raped. Why are you going there in the first place?
Exactly.
Why the fuck would you go there if
well,
like,
I'm not
you know,
on about college campuses. I'm on about in general. You keep seeing it in the media.
in general.
And these
Yeah, in
people,
general.
and
But
of
I'm
course,
also saying,
society is going to see this, and eventually, it's going to get to a point where feminism will have created a rape culture, like quite literally.
exactly. And it's not going to be men who've created this. It's not going to be women who've created this. It's going to be one sick, stupid little ideology that has created this, and people don't understand why I go onto YouTube and why I go onto things like Facebook and things like that to dispel of these arguments. Is because those are the very popular media outlets, and if you allow very popular media outlets to have this circulated thought, people are going to catch on to it and use it. Enough people catch on to it and use it, it's going to be legislative one day. It's going to be horrible.
Yeah, it's going to go whichever way it swings. It could end up where, you know, every man who's accused will be arrested and just sent straight to prison without going to court. We don't know yet,
No.
but whichever way it's going to swing, it ain't going to be a good outcome. It ain't going to be good.
I think I'm going to remain sexless for the rest of my life now. I'm
I
joking.
think what actually needs to happen is third wave feminism needs to die off quickly.
Yes, definitely.
I agree.
But not to introduce a fourth wave. That is even worse. If there was a fourth wave, which was like, we'll only ever speak up if there's actually an issue and we'll actually listen to everybody else, I'd be like, okay, that's cool. That's really, really good. But it hasn't done such a thing. It's very, very stupid studies. It's cancer. Everything about it is wrong. It's stupid.
In fact, I think the first way of killing off third wave feminism is just to ban Anita Sarkeesian's Twitter straight off and like delete all her social media outlets.
That would be such a good idea, but it wouldn't work.
It would be such a good
what
idea,
we
but it
need
wouldn't work.
are
Censorship
daisy
and
bombs.
censorship
We need
never
daisy
works.
bombs. Someone go and invent me daisy bombs.
Look, as much as I love to shut Anita Sarkeesian up, I believe that everybody should have like a right to free speech here. Okay? But it's like if somebody has a reaction to somebody's speech that involves
That's copyrighted.
if somebody responds to somebody's like somebody's speech and actually has something physically happen to them, like aka be stalked, harassed,
genuine harassment.
Getting fired, like
Compliments
genuine harassment and threats, genuine ones, okay? Not just like, I'm going to come over and slit your throat. It's like somebody actually coming around to your house and be like, I'm going to fucking kill you. And actually there, like, in your physical presence. and something actually physically happened to you, that's where I draw the line. That's where I said you should immediately stop. Just, I will try to censor them, because then it's actually affecting somebody in real life, and it's not just speech. It's actually a reactionary to somebody's speech. But to defend that person's speech, I'll react.
We can't
It's weird.
silence someone, but, you know, the thing is, she is making an argument that is being listened to, and what we need is to educate the people properly who are listening to these videos and believing
Exactly.
what she says.
Exactly. Like, for example, there's a misandrist feminist lady near my well, no, she's near my area or not. Clementine Ford. Have you guys heard of her?
I have, yes.
No.
She
Okay.
tried
No.
to silence a man, didn't she?
Well, she
tried to
she
silence
really
No
did.
Hold Bars. No Hold Barred.
No,
sorry.
no, no. Yeah. She tried to silence him, which didn't work. But she also got somebody fired
I know.
because this guy called her a slut because she was actually being extremely disgusting in chat. So he just went, "Shut up, slut." Basically, it's just like, you wouldn't know that, slut, or something like that. Which, in fair, he can say that. I think it's really petty, and what Clementine should have done is just gone like, "Oh really? I'm a slut now because, like, didn't you know me? I hate men," or something, and just, kind of retaliated in that sense. I'd be like, fine, whatever. But what she did instead was actually called his employee and got him fired.
Well, look at the girl on Twitter, I can't remember her name, that's how insignificant she is, who claimed to have PTSD from Twitter, and when someone from the army called her up on it, she started contacting his
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Commanding officer.
yeah.
I remember
Oh, it was such
Thunderfoot
bullshit.
doing a video on that and just going, and you contact his commanding officer. And that's kind of where it went. And
Yeah.
I heard all about that from Thunderfoot's video.
Same, and it really got me because it's like she doesn't know what post-traumatic stress disorder's like.
Fucking,
You can't get it from Twitter. No way.
What was she called? She was called like Smelody or something.
I don't know. I don't care.
Stupid, really. Yeah, I don't know either now. So
Aim for a great cunt.
just call it a gigantic cunt.
Okay, I
That'll
will
work.
continue now. Here was a universal consequence of sexism, misogyny, and rape culture. Here was something all women could understand and rally against. Here was our uniting experience.
My fucking god.
It sounds like
Actually-
it sounds like a mini female Hitler here.
I
Actually,
tried
not a few
doing it in
IQ
an
points on this.
inspiring speech sort of way, but I think I failed that.
And then all women must rally together to fight the all-powerful
Zeke
patriarchy.
Zeke fucking Heil, my friends.
Alright, I found feminism and I thought, maybe I don't count here either.
Well, at least you recognize that, so.
I don't expect every conversation of street harassment to come with a disclaimer. And I certainly don't expect to see myself reflected in every essay or article or tweet on the subject. But this admittedly useful assumption that women experience sexualized street harassment is necessarily exclusionary. That's not the intent. But as feminists ought to know, intent doesn't erase harm. Boo-hoo. I'm gonna cry.
It sounds like she's trying to, she's trying to get an emotional response, but it's just failing.
She's just, everything about her argument is baseless.
Pretty much.
Well, yeah, basically, we basically torn it down from the ground up here. When she says, all women should rally about this, it's like, no, all women shouldn't rally about this. You're trying to turn it into a piece of legislation. No, you're trying to turn it into a piece of legislation that somebody harasses you, but then you don't like harassment. It's too contradictory.
She
I'm beginning.
encouraged it.
Yeah, exactly. She encourages actual street harassment. So basically, this is actually cancerous for both sides. It's cancerous for women, it's cancerous for men. Well, as feminism has always been, you can agree with me on that one.
Yep, I can agree 100%.
Thank you. I hope I'm making good points, and you guys aren't just going like, "Wow, he's actually crazy."
Well, I've argued a little
No,
bit
you're
with
making
you.
good points.
Okay, thank you.
I'm just sounding crazy as usual.
Oh, fantastic. So are you wearing a tinfoil hat and speaking about 9/11?
No, but I'm dressed in my very cute what's it?
Jet fuel
fuck.
can
My-
smelt steel
It's a
memes.
tradition. I was wearing it the other day. Freaking.
Pajamas.
No, I'm not. I'm wearing that dress that I was wearing. It's the traditional something
Oh,
dress, and I've forgotten what it is.
oh yeah.
Summer dress?
Yeah,
No.
the Japanese.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
kind of Japanese, but not quite. I can't remember.
Okay,
Mono.
I see.
I can't think.
I'll check it out later. All right.
I'm dressed all
I'm checking.
cultural style at the minute because I like culture.
Yeah.
So I have a massive
Yeah.
fascination in
Is
culture.
it one of these?
One of what?
A kimono or?
Oh no, nothing like that. It's just like
Alright.
it's supposed to look like a old style school uniform. It's like got a cute little lace collar and stuff. I could always put my cat ears in, but no one's gonna see it anyway. So anyway, should I continue?
Yeah, go
definitely.
ahead.
Please go ahead. Go ahead.
No one means to imply that a woman doesn't fall into the majority who face street harassment. Then they don't count. Up there, I fucked up on that sentence. No one means to imply that if a woman doesn't fall into the majority who face street harassment, then they don't count. But the implication is there nonetheless. Despite the best of intentions, the way feminists tend to discuss street harassment as a given reinforces ableist ideas of womanhood, because it's only a given if your body is seen by the patriarchy as a sexual object. Mine isn't.
For fuck's sake. Alright, this time I've had nearly enough of this. She's
Well, that's good. We're nearing the end of the article.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
I
I've
don't know if
killed
it was
myself.
the first fucking sentence. I've killed myself 5 times.
Same.
Drink
I've
so
gone
much.
brain
I
dead
drink so much.
twice.
I drink so much coffee that my heart is going to be like, those people that drank Mother of Bull like 26 times.
I've downed a monster and now I feel like my bladder's going to burst.
Neat.
Yep.
So many things wrong with this. The fact that she goes the feminist ways to discuss street harassment. That is wrong. You're discussing a compliment.
Exactly. That's
Pretty much.
basically this entire article. Anyways,
Moreover, this assumption ignores a different form of harassment faced by those who are disabled. Harassment, after all, isn't
What?
actually about sex, but about power. And my harassers hurt me through the power of desexualization.
so wait. So if we don't find her sexually pleasing, we're harassing her.
Yes.
What?
What? What a stupid bint. Carry on.
Okay. Before we carry on, everyone click on my profile right now. I've got Team Speak Up, so yeah, briefly. Right? There you can see a picture of me from behind. We put my crutches aside just for that picture. Okay?
Okay.
Would you say I'm from behind? Do I have a nice body?
Yes.
Well, then she can shut the hell
Yeah.
up. Because I have to use a
Exactly.
wheelchair on a regular basis because I have bad days and people still find me attractive. I am not desexualized. I am not overly sexualized either because I dress decently. God.
Exactly. And if you were, would it change anything? No.
Exactly.
Yeah. You stick to your guns, you stick at what you need to do, and who the fuck cares?
Exactly. Anyway,
Yeah. Go.
they use the same voice with me that they'd use with a 3-year-old. She actually does have a point there. Some people do talk to you like you're a child.
Yeah.
Right.
They talk down to
People
you.
talk to me. No, people talk to me like I'm a child. Like I walk because I've got this like weird pronounced walk, and people just like, oh yeah, hello there, how are you? Oh, that's good. Do you want to go up to the lady upstairs? I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
See, mine's
Just
more of a, hello there, darling, is everything okay? Yes.
yeah, I
Please
get that.
fuck
I
off.
get that. I get that.
They also have
I
to do
just
the weird crouchy thing, and it's like, you do. Yes, it's nice and appreciated that I don't have to stare at your boner, but you don't have to crouch either, okay? I can look up and
yeah.
ignore that boner, that I know you have in your pants because it's a bit hard to miss, but Okay, you're at crotch level. You see everyone's fucking boner.
Fantastic.
Lovely.
Hey, you can see mine.
I didn't know we have met before, so
No.
Her eyes widen.
No, what
Fucking
it
hell,
is
Badger's-
like the amount of times I've been going through town in my wheelchair, and like there's been that guy who stands right next to your wheelchair. He's quite obviously got a boner and he's trying to hide it, and you're just like, not looking. Oh my god, shit.
It's like, oh my god. It's like, oh my god, Badger's got some pipe. Holy shit.
No, it's like, oh my god. I feel violated. I feel visually violated right now. Get that thing
So-
out of my face.
Like your retinas have been permanently scarred for life.
but you gotta admit, you kind of feel sorry for the guy in the end too, because after all, he has tried to hide it, and and I can tell from personal experience, it's not very comfortable.
Yeah, he has tried to
not
hide it,
comfortable.
and no one
So
else
sometimes
can
you just
see
get it anyway.
But you are at that perfect freaking height to have it staring you right in the fucking face. And you're just like,
Yeah.
I feel visually violated right now.
I'll just walk beside you or something and just be like, hey, what's up? But
This is why I love
What's up, you
since
see
I've
this?
been on crutches. I don't have to look at the freaking crotches anymore. I kind of freaked myself out when I stood for the first time because I was like, oh my god, it's so high. The height was terrifying.
yeah.
Anyway, they pat my head like they would a dog. They stare at my chair while shushing their children's innocent questions. It's ableist.
Well, yeah.
Questions?
Questions from children? No fucking way. They ask like the most ridiculous questions, like, "What's the space in between the tooth of a comb?" Or
Mummy.
there's just like, "What have you got there?" "I've got a harmonica." "What are you gonna do with that harmonica?" "I'm gonna go in here." "And what are you gonna do there?" "I'm gonna put it in the toilet." They're gonna do the most stupid thing.
I think the best question a child comes out with is the repeated whys. Why?
Yeah, why?
Why?
And it's just like, because that's just how it is, you stupid little shit.
Okay.
I have people in my school doing that.
We don't know ourselves. We just try to make excuses to look smart.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's
Now accept the
ableist.
little that we do know.
It's ableist rather than sexist. The sexist. It's ableist rather than
So, ableism is now a thing.
ableism is a thing, but yeah, I said sexist.
10 out of 10 English.
I know, right? It's ableist rather than sexist. Street harassment from all genders that I experience. This desexualization makes me vulnerable to abuse as well. While disabled
What?
women... Yeah. Oh god. Oh my god. While disabled women aren't often seen as sexual objects, we are more likely to be raped and sexually abused than our abled counterparts.
That means
that.
then you are what?
Uh,
Where did you get that from?
I've got no fucking idea.
It's like saying my car's really slow. That's why I win races. What?
That's exactly it.
It's like I've got a
She's
larder, and that's why it's been beating F1 cars.
she's saying, while disabled women aren't often seen as sexual objects, we are more likely to be raped and
I'm
sexually abused.
sorry.
Okay,
Um,
okay. Here's a big thing. Here's a big thing about disabled people. Okay. If usually a human being, okay, has their own likes, okay, and usually like some people like some different things. Now I'm going to put this into perspective of cars, okay. Why do you see people driving around in this god awful like Great Walls and Sangyongs? They look absolutely horrifying to me, like just as if somebody just got plasticine or Play-Doh and made it into a cow like from like a 12-year-old. So basically, people find those nice cars, but the general population don't.
User
Nice.
left your channel.
So do people agree with me that like generally if most people don't like a car,
If you are
that's up to
not,
them.
if you are not seen as sexually attractive, right? How the fuck is someone going to get a boner?
Yeah, like,
well, I mean,
Exactly.
Why
It's
the
like it's
fuck are they going to like force you to have sex with them if they don't find you sexually attractive?
Exactly. It's
well,
like
Yeah.
like boner. It's like saying somebody stabbed me without even holding the knife. So when even
Oh
holding the knife, they
yeah.
just brought it up to my chest and then kind of pierced it through. But somehow it's pierced, and it's just what?
Not
No.
to mention she's completely contradicted herself. Hang on, I'm just scrolling up.
Well, she has ages ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Her
looking
whole
for. Da, 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 da.
This whole like
Oh, here
article
it
is
is.
just contradictions.
I am not. Here it is, right? I am not afraid when I leave the house that I'll have to fend off aggressive, demanding men. I don't mentally chart various routes home looking for the one where I'm least likely to be accosted.
Hey
Right?
guys! I just found a picture of the author. Look at that.
What the fuck is this going to be? Oh my god. Who would dare,
Troll.
even dare,
Is she
go
wearing a
anywhere
bra?
near that?
Is she wearing a bra? Genuine
I
question, because she has
don't
very
know.
droopy boobs.
Well,
I just want to
she
know if she
has-
has Down syndrome or not.
Oh wow, that's a bit
oh
too far.
god.
No, her face is okay. Her face is okay. Okay, but
Uh,
Okay.
then tuck shop
it's on the
arms.
very limits. It's on the.
To be honest,
I swear she can't be wearing a bra. I'm pretty damn sure she is not wearing a
Yeah.
bra. Boobs do not droop that low without a bra.
I just
Like, with
want
a
to
bra.
say that I wouldn't expect, like, I don't want to sound like just a pig or anything, but who would honestly want to have any, like, sexual relationships with this person? Like, she's at the borderline level where I would say that she is not attractive.
Well, I always say, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't just go off appearances alone. Like, I've dated some guys that aren't exactly attractive, and I was more attracted to the way they had presented themselves and stuff in their personalities.
But
Aw, thank you.
After reading her article,
I would say I'm definitely not attracted to her because she's mentally insane.
exactly, she's
There should
presented
be
it in
asylums
both ways.
open for people specifically like her.
Exactly.
I mean, I thought I
it's
was
like-
crazy.
Okay, so she wants. So basically, in essence, she says, all these people are getting raped. That's horrible. But me myself, I want to get raped.
That's
Which is basically what
completely-
she's saying. She's saying that in the article. But basically, most guys, as far as I know, don't really go for tuck shop arms.
No one does. I'm sorry, no
No.
one goes for an insane personality quite like this one. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
this
mhm.
this desexualization makes me vulnerable to abuse as well. Oh wait,
What,
I've
do
already
people
read this
throw
part. I've
dildos
already
at
read
her?
this part. Sorry. When you internalize both the sexist idea that women are valuable, bleh, both of because of their sexual potential, brackets for men and brackets, and the ableist idea that you have no sexual potential yourself, you can become easy prey.
What?
You don't have any sexual potential. Sorry.
If you
Okay.
don't have any sexual potential, then you wouldn't become prey.
To be fair, right, what I'm
if
trying to
you don't
work
know-
out is like, what is this woman basing her entire argument on?
Mafeels.
Hasn't
Quick,
been ever
Mafeels.
catcalled.
Oh,
She feels really upset, and the first time she got a compliment, she decided to write a whole article about it.
Yep, the whole article.
pretty much. An article about how she could get raped, but she doesn't have the fear of it, even though she's apparently more likely to be.
But
She
then
wants it to happen.
also she thinks that rape is terrible, but she herself wants to be raped. What?
Okay,
Well,
here's the final paragraphs, by the way. Carry on.
Okay.
God. Just read the first line, please.
Okay. I don't fantasize about being harassed anymore. But I did feel an undeniable thrill just last year when a guy messaged me on OkCupid with
What?
wait,
The fuck is that?
when
Just some, like,
it's a dating
advertising.
website. I used to know someone who went on it actually. She was pretty desperate.
Yeah.
Something really vague.
When a guy
Yeah.
messaged me on OkCupid with "suck my dick, sexy,"
Jesus Christ.
she was thrilled for that. Okay.
I wouldn't be thrilled. I'd be like, what the fuck is your issue?
I'd just ignore it. I'd be like,
Yeah.
fuck off.
It's like getting a dick pic and go, oh, that's pretty nice.
See, someone sends me a dick pic, I'm just like, what the fuck, you creep? Go away.
Delete that. You getting the fuck out of my life. Goodbye.
Oh my god. I remember when a guy sent, this guy sent a dick pic to my boyfriend.
Awkward.
He'd meant to send it to me and sent it to my boyfriend.
Well, that's a really big cock up. That's something like
He knew I
$50
was
that didn't happen.
he knew I was in a relationship as well, and just like, I thought he was a decent guy. I was like, yeah, let's exchange numbers, etc. Be friends, you know. And
Dick
yeah,
pic.
he puts my name in the freaking text and is like, "Hey, sexy," blah blah blah. Mentions my name and sends it to my boyfriend. And
Boyfriend respond with.
my boyfriend was like,
You're dead.
"Yeah, pretty much. You are dead."
I know where you live.
Should have just gone. Too small.
Hey guys, watch this video. I think that this is a great video. I'm sorry, but just watch
Okay,
it.
I'll just finish this off.
Okay, sorry.
I didn't respond, but I kept it in my inbox for a while. Its presence was almost comforting. Of course, that comfort was laced with unbearable guilt and self-hatred, but I clung to it nonetheless.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I'll ever stop wanting that. Hang on.
You dying on the inside?
I'm dying on the inside. You are dying on the inside. We're all dying on the inside.
Yeah. It was just my parents, like my dad coming in from work. Anyway. And yes, I have already died inside. I think I've died about 30 times. I hung myself. It didn't work. I took an overdose. It didn't work. I've done this all in the time that we filmed this, by the way. Would you guess?
Yeah.
Power
Yep.
feminism saved you. Saved in
I've
quotation
died.
marks.
I've
The
died
power
more.
of feminism
I've died
forced
inside
me
more.
to stay alive.
I'm not letting you die. You're not getting that release.
Ah. Anyway, I don't know if I'll ever stop wanting that elusive patriarchal stamp of approval, or the feminist one for that matter. Maybe one day, the way I relate to and interact with my body will mean more to me than how the rest of the world does. For now, though, it'll be enough to speak and be heard. Acknowledge me. That's all I ask.
You were
She's-
acknowledged,
she-
but you decided to write a fucking article about it.
She just wrote one article, right?
I
Like
just
one article and that's
facepalmed.
it.
I don't know. All I know is that my friends sent me this to basically go over with Mr. Badger.
I think I've
So
gotten cancer. I've
Mm.
actually gotten cancer from this.
it's such a
I-
cancerous
well-
article.
I
The
mean,
reason why I'm so quiet is probably because I can't. No, I can't even.
Apparently, it was written on the 2nd of the 1st, or it could have been the 1st of the 2nd. I don't know with American dates. 2016. So it was this year, and it was updated 4 days ago. So yeah, it would have been this month, I'd have thought.
well, technically, one could say that feminism really is cancer. It was once a healthy cell and has now mutated to something harmful.
By stage 2, it's already mutated to something that was one of the evilest things in the world.
I don't know about
was gonna
evilest
say-
thing in the world. There are some other a lot worse stuff out there. But I would say that like this is so cancerous, you know, and it's spreading. That is a
It's just
problem. This sort of thing is
unethical.
spreading.
Unethical practice, and I don't see why women think it's actually okay to be doing this sort of thing, and that they should be accepting this when most of this is all bullshit.
Neither do I. This sort of
Okay.
thing makes me wish that like I wasn't associated with them by gender. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I can imagine. Same as I'd like to not be associated to people, using genders such as who's that comedian that's just like feminism this, feminism that, and just uses fucking mental gymnastics. What's his name? Like some Indian fella,
I don't know, but
but he's like Indian American guy. Like I find him funny in the
Tom.
movies, but then like his stand-ups are just like. Ugh.
Well, they just
It's like
oversaturate
creepy.
jokes.
No. When they he was just like he was talking about feminism, how it's just like, oh, this is the way words work. If I can't remember what exactly he said, but I remember just being so cancerous that I just wanted to get rid of it, and that's probably why I'm just like, oh shit, I feel so bad now for being a guy.
Fuck
Goodbye.
feminism.
Well,
I fucked it up, didn't I?
yeah, we all
just fuck
fucked it up.
Okay, thank you everybody for watching. The Jinxed Badger, rants, I guess, podcast kind of start thing.
I
Thank
think
you
I
all
did a
for
pretty good
watching.
job at jinxing a badger, don't you?
You did. Kind of backfired on me, didn't it? Yeah. So
Yeah, but
this whole ending thing was meant to be on me. Wasn't it? Okay. But anyways, thanks all for watching. I hope you really enjoyed, and fuck feminism.
And stay tuned for the next episode of Jinxed, where you'll be seeing me, and the next podcast, or whatever it is that we're going to end up doing, this word series thing. Stay tuned for the next one of that, where I jinx Badger again.
Thank you. All right. Bye.
Alright.
Bye bye.